and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're discussing my views on what's going on with World War III planning that's been in the works for 200 years. Albert Pike was the author of a letter that outlined how the world could come under the control of one government. Okay. And spoiler alert, democracy is not going to be the winner, okay? And another spoiler alert, there wasn't nuclear weapons or global warming when this letter, this concept was created, okay? So a guy 200 years ago comes up with this idea and people glommed onto it, and they've been moving this forward for well over a century. The true origins of World War I and World War II, fascinating information, all point to a steering of the human race's control of society, okay? So, and the fact that, things are playing out like this guy described, outlined, makes it pretty obvious that that's what's going on, right? The plan is to have a one world government, and if you wanted to look at a government today that is most likely the concept for this one world government, I hate to say it, but it's most likely China. The way China's government is, where there's just one party, and that party just does whatever they want, okay? Now, the reason I say that is because the very people that have picked up this saber of world wars, the Bush family and their network, okay, they were the ones that opened up China to the West again. China was open to the West, and then the West abused the hell out of them for a while. That's how they got Hong Kong, and the history is really kind of messed up. What the white folks did to the Chinese folks back in the day. I mean, the history of the white folks doing effed up stuff to every single person, the type of person around the world, is pretty well established, okay? So those people, the Bush family that went to there, they gave China a blueprint. And at the time, it was a technocratic blueprint, and China has glommed onto that, which if it wasn't for the corruption and the kind of the overall looming just, evilness of the whole thing, the competition of governments and the competition of political parties is just a giant waste of time, okay? What we ultimately end up with, though, is very important, because if they keep going down the road that they are, and I my videos are the only thing. Well, there's other people out there trying to do, the whole peace thing, but I mean, they're the powers that be that want this one world government are far more powerful than myself and everyone trying to stop it, okay? Unfortunately. So the people that are moving this one world government forwards, and China, I believe, they at the top, they're all in on it. And I think that we can see proof in that the world is dictatoring up. You see around the world dictators taking over democracies, okay? The one that we're waiting to see what's going to happen is in the Philippines. And I would say, without a shadow of a doubt, the Duterte is taking over the Philippines, okay? And this is because this information has been disseminated throughout the ruling classes of the planet that, hey, World War III is coming. The dictator model is, what's going to happen. We're going to have one, and so these people are looking at it, well, it's going to be a dictator model, so there'll be a world dictator, but then there'll be regional dictators all around the world, right? So, it's not like the one world government won't be using Duterte or Erdogan or Putin for that matter, right? And, the information was just disseminated to Putin, and that's why he took over. He just was like, I'm not going to wait, right? So, and I honestly believe that Tiananmen Square was the signal to the powers that be that China was on board, that democracy was not going to spread in China, and that the plan was moving forward for World War III, okay? And I think it's quite that simple, is, whatever discussions, it's the overpopulation thing, or the fact that the planet just is, loaded with inbred people and low IQ people, and those people tend to breed faster and more than the intelligent people, so they're trying to figure out how to deal with that in one fatal swoop. I don't, I know why they're doing it, and I know their objective, what their plans are, and the total, I don't think they ever took a step back and looked at the facts of global warming, okay? That if we have this world war, we are finished. Our ability to live on planet Earth comfortably will go away with World War III. Let me say that again. Our ability to live on planet Earth comfortably will go away with World War III. World War III signals the end of our ability to live on Earth comfortably. We will be, heat waves, 150 degrees, 130 degrees. In the Arctic, yeah, that's what's going to happen if World War III happens. We need not have World War III. We need to eliminate every weapon of war now, recycle it all, and end this insanity that this Albert Pike came up with 200 years ago. Albert Pike didn't know what a nuclear weapon was. Albert Pike didn't know that the human industrialization could alter the Earth's weather patterns. He didn't know this, okay? He didn't understand how bad warfare was for the environment, all right? So, people that want war, you are very, very, very low IQ'd, okay? If I'm speaking to someone here that thinks that, oh, we just got to have war, we just got to kill those people over there. Once those people are dead, then our lives will be so much better. If that's the way you think, you are a idiot. I'm sorry, I tried to clean it up, but I couldn't. There's no other word for it. So, and look, that's like every single person in the military. That's like all our generals. That's like all our fucking politicians, okay? Now, why is this? It's because we have a nation of laws. People that don't know how to do anything, lawyers, okay? They live this privileged life where they go to, schools, and they graduate high school, and then they go into college, and then they graduate college, and then they go to law school. So they live in a fucking fantasy land, school, right up until the point where they graduate with this doctrine. It says they're a lawyer, okay? And then they're the ones that write down how things should operate on Earth. Horrible idea. Horrible idea. Engineers are the ones that should be writing down how things operate on Earth, not lawyers, because lawyers literally don't know how anything works because they've spent their entire lives in a fantasy world. A lot of them are heavily religious. Our entire Supreme Court is Catholic. So the supreme law of the land comes out of 2,000-year-old mystical BS, okay? This is what's going to kill us humans. This is what's going to end our ability to live on Earth comfortably. If we don't end this crazy way of doing things and we don't stop the world wars, we're all going to be cookies. We're just going to cook. Some people will melt. Some people will catch fire. Other people will asphyxiate from just it being too hot, like being put in the back of the truck and smuggled across the border, and then you're dead because the truck got too hot. This happens, okay? So this is a dire warning. I am 100% serious. These people are trying to start World War III. All sides are in agreement. How it's going to start and where it's going to go down is the question. I mean, it's looking like China's going to invade Taiwan and give the rest of the world no fucking choice because, you know, democracy, right? That's the concept here. But the three-world war theory doesn't care about democracy. It cares about bringing about a one-world government by force, with murder of millions of people. It's a terrible idea. I'm here as a person 10 times smarter than Albert Pike, okay? Albert Pike didn't even know what a computer was, all right? He didn't know what a nuclear weapon was. He didn't understand climate change, all right? Okay, I'm 10,000 times smarter than this dude, and I'm telling the entire planet right now, no World War III. Stop. End it. Recycle the weapons. Do you want to have, I don't have kids. Why do I give a shit? Because I'm a fucking human. If we don't get this shit under control right now, it's over. I just experienced the worst freaking insane hot heat wave in June in Oregon, okay? Now, we just got pulled out of a climate agreement. 4 years later, we're getting insane heat waves. Duh. Okay? So all these things are connected. War, the environment, our ability to live on Earth comfortably is going to go away with war. End the war. This is insanity. Drug war, end it. War on everything. End all wars now if you want to live. I don't know what else I can say. I think I've explained it all. And if you don't listen to me, your children will melt. Have a nice day. Like and subscribe. Peace.